So go ahead and come into a comfortable seated position and sit in a way where you can sit up tall. And if you need to sit on a block or put your back against a wall or a bed or a couch, you can do that. Close your eyes and just begin to deepen your breath. Just feel the breath lengthen. Begin to welcome the breath in. And then slowly begin to switch your breath over to an Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is the big yoga breath. It's a very powerful way of breathing, and it's done with a light constriction in the back of the throat, which causes your breath to sound like a really loud whisper. The inhale and the exhale are both through the nose. If you had somebody next to you, you would want them to hear you breathing. That's about how loud this kind of breath is. If this is a new breath for you, really focus on using this breath and coming back to this breath through the whole practice. Activate your feet, press out through the ball bounds of each foot, spread the toes, and notice how that turns your legs on, allowing you to sit up a little taller. Press sit bones down into the floor, lengthen spine tall, all the way through back of head. Exhale, slide shoulder blades down and back. Feel the space around the neck and the jaw. On your next inhale, soften belly, send breath down into low belly, low back. Feel the breath expand belly out. On the exhale, draw low belly to spine. Feel that gives support to low back and get all the air out. On your next inhale, send breath down into low belly, low back, and then expand ribs out to the sides. This is a full torso breathing, moving the breath down into low belly, low back, then expand the ribs out. Work with this kind of breath and this type of breathing through the whole practice. Our intent for today is to simply connect to the breath, to track the breath. Notice what allows your breath more space, more movement within the body. What might cut your breath off? Just continue to come back to the breath through the practice. Open your eyes now and come into Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. Sit here in Baddha Konasana and sit tall. We're going to do Uddiyana. Uddiyana is a breathing exercise where you will exhale all your air out, so you have no breath in your lungs, and then you'll pull your belly towards spine and up under rib cage. If you haven't done this before, then you're really just feeling on pulling the belly towards spine. Don't breathe when you do this. When you can't hold your breath anymore, then release the belly first and then breathe in. Hands back behind the hips. Inhale, lengthen spine tall. Hold at the top of the inhale. Hold your breath here. Bring your hands forward, either onto the mat or shins. Pull chest through. Exhale all the air out. Tuck chin to chest. Don't breathe in. Pull belly to spine and up under ribs. Just begin to feel the belly move towards spine into low back. When you can't hold your breath anymore, release the belly first and then breathe in. Hands back behind the hips. Inhale, lengthen spine tall. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale. Draw shoulders down the back, open through chest. Bring hands forward, either onto mat or shins. Pull chest through arms, shoulders down and back. Exhale all the air out. Tuck chin to chest. Pull belly in and up. Begin to feel the belly move up underneath the ribs. Expand low ribs out. When you can't hold your breath anymore, release the belly first and then breathe in. Hands back behind the hips. We'll do one more of these. Inhale, lengthen spine tall. Hold your breath at the top of the inhale. Bring hands forward onto mat or shins. Pull chest through. Exhale all the air out. Tuck chin to chest. Pull belly in and up. Feel this pull come from pelvic floor all the way into low back, up under diaphragm. When you can't hold anymore, release belly first and then breathe in. Go ahead and come back to Ujjayi breath. Stay with your Ujjayi breath and bring your left leg out, right foot over left thigh. Seated spinal twist, one leg out. Right hand behind the right hip. Inhale, lengthen spine tall. Exhale, hug the knee and move into the twist. Keep chin in line with chest so you're not pulling or leading with the neck. Press sit bones down into the floor. Inhale, lift ribs up away from hips. Exhale, slide shoulders down the back. Inhale, expand breath into mid-back side ribs. Feel the space the breath creates. Exhale, allow yourself to move into that space. So you're organically opening up into the pose. You're not forcing anything or struggling. Inhale, come back to center, switch legs. Right leg out, left foot over right thigh. Left hand behind the left hip. Inhale, lengthen spine tall. Exhale, hug the knee and move into the twist. Slowly move into the twist. Just feel for the beginning of your twist. And then use your breath to slowly open you further into the twist. Chin stays in line with chest. Inhale, send breath down into mid-back, side ribs. Exhale, let yourself slowly move into the space the breath creates. And just notice what you feel into body with this very intentional breath. This intentional Ujjayi breath allows you to feel more what's happening in your own body now. Inhale, come back to center. Lay down on your mat for elbow to knee. Elbow to knee, we always start every class with some abdominals to get our core awake and ready to support us through the rest of the practice. So elbow to knee, legs are at right angles, feet are just below the knees are directly above the hips. Hands clasped behind the head, elbows wrap up to ceiling. So you create a nice basket for your head and neck to rest in. You're not pulling with your hands on your neck. Inhale down into low back. Lift head and shoulders up off the mat. Hold the breath, press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders move towards the left knee. Right leg reaches out at a 45-degree angle from the floor. Pull belly down to spine. Knee stays over the hip. Inhale, come back to center, bend both knees. Hold the breath, press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to right knee, left leg reaches out, pull belly down to spine. So the elbows are pointing towards the knee, so you have that basket for your head. Inhale, come back to center, bend both knees. Hold the breath, press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to left knee, right leg reaches out, pull belly down towards spine. Inhale, come back to center, bend both knees. Feel this movement with the breath. Hold the breath, press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to right knee, left leg reaches out, pull belly down to spine. Lift up with both shoulder blades. Inhale, come back to center, bend both legs. Hold the breath, press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to right knee, left leg reaches out. Pull belly down to spine. Inhale, come back to center, bend both legs. Hold the breath, press top of sacrum down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and shoulders to right knee, left leg reaches out, pull belly down to spine. Spread the toes of the feet, reach through the ball of the foot. Inhale and release down. Bring soles of feet together, knees apart, and just breathe through your core. Notice how the breath changes and feels different after you wake up the abdominals. Grab your roll, put your roll between inner legs. Abs with the roll. For abs with the roll, you can down level this by bringing your feet to the ground, knees bent, mid-level, legs at right angles, up level, feet reach straight up to the ceiling. So choose the variation you want. You can always change. Hands clasped behind the head, elbows wrap up to ceiling, creating that basket for your head. Inhale down into low back. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze, roll. Exhale, lift head and shoulders straight up to ceiling, pull belly down to spine. Inhale, release the pelvis and the squeeze, head and shoulders come all the way down. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze, roll. Exhale, lift head and shoulders straight up to ceiling, pull belly down to spine. Activate feet. Inhale, release the pelvis, head and shoulders come all the way down. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze, roll. Exhale, lift head and shoulders straight up to ceiling, pull belly down to spine. Inhale, release the pelvis, head and shoulders come all the way down. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze, roll. Exhale, lift head and shoulders straight up to ceiling, pull belly down to spine. Inhale, release all the way down. Remove the roll for just a moment. Breathe through your core. Feel the connection your breath has to your body now. Grab your roll, put roll back between inner legs. Bridge with the roll. Set up for bridge so that your feet are hip width apart, heels underneath your knees. Make sure your roll is as close to your pubic bone as you can. Hands are down by your side, palms up. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, curl tailbone up, lift hips up and come into bridge. Keep your shoulders as they are. You don't need to draw shoulder blades together. We use this pose in Forrest yoga to really warm the legs and the glutes up. So this entire warm-up sequence, we hit every large muscle group of the body. The core, the legs and glutes. After this, we'll get our shoulders and arms. So that it's safe for us to move through the rest of the class. Press down through each side of the foot, the inner edge and the outer edge of the foot. Press down evenly. And then lift and spread the toes so you really feel for the leg lines turned on. Inhale, expand the breath through the rib cage in all four directions. Front, back, and to the sides. On your next inhale, use your breath like a balloon and push your hips away from your ribs so you get even more length through the torso. Relax into jaw, neck. And then begin to lower down. Bring upper back down, curl tailbone up. Mid back down, curl tailbone up. Finally, low back and tailbone come down last. Remove the roll and just take that feeling breath. Feel into body, feel the energy that is moving through your body now. Roll over onto forearms and knees for dolphin. Come onto forearms and knees. Grab midway on each bicep. Make sure you're mid upper arm. And that puts your elbows in correct alignment under your shoulders. From here, you can choose either hands clasped on the ground, which is easier on the shoulders, or palms down, which is harder. So choose which variation works for you today. Press forearms down into the mat. Wrap shoulder blades towards armpits. So your shoulder blades move apart from one another towards your armpits. And you should feel for the armpit muscles and upper chest muscles turned on here. So even here with the knees down, there's a lot of activation around the shoulder girdle. Relax the head and neck. You can always come down to this variation with the knees down whenever you want. Exhale, curl toes under, lift knees up to come into dolphin. Your head does not touch the ground. Your neck is relaxed, but your head is off the ground, off of your forearms. It's just hanging. Press forearms down into the mat. Come back to the wrap of the shoulders. Feel those armpit muscles and upper chest muscles turned on. And then breathe into the circle of energy and heat that you're beginning to build up through the upper back, the shoulders, the upper chest. And if you feel tight into back of legs, you can always bend the knees slightly as you slowly open the back of legs up. Inhale, press forearms down, lift ribs up away from shoulders. Get length through the back. Bring your knees down. Sit back into embryo. Let your arms come down by your sides. And just let your shoulders relax out. Inhale, go ahead and come up for sun salutations. If you're on a harder surface, I suggest having some knee padding, just so that you don't, it can be with a blanket or a light pillow, just so you protect your knees. Stand towards the front of your mat. And the knee padding is there for the lunges, so if you need to measure it out, you're putting your knee down and you need that space behind the knee padding for your foot to be. Hands at heart center. So right now, feel for the feet. Spread the toes of the feet. Spread the bones of the feet, like you're increasing your surface area of the foot. That not only grounds you, but it gives support to your joints. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower down. We'll go through this first sun salutation slowly. Bend your knees as much as you need to here in the forward fold. Relax your neck. Lunge, inhale, left leg back. Left knee is down. Press both feet down into the floor as you lift torso tall. Feel for the active feet, the active legs. Exhale, come down, plank, front foot to the back. Inhale, knees down. We'll start with knees down, warming up the shoulders first. Draw shoulders down the back and lower down slowly. Elbows tuck in by your side. Press the ground away as you lower down. Draw belly to spine. Low cobra, make leg adjustments. So lift each leg up, reach it away from you, rotate it in, and then lay it down. And this gives you lots of space into low back. Bring your hands forward and wide. So they're sort of about forehead distance and the width of the mat. Inhale, come up into low cobra. Elbows are bent. They can be on the ground or slightly off the ground. Use your hands to pull chest forward as you reach your legs away from you. Exhale, scoop down. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. Curl toes under. You can press up into down dog or come onto your knees first and then press up. Lunge, inhale, left leg forward. Right knee is down. You can always bring the knee down first and then step the foot forward if needed. Lengthen tailbone down. Draw low belly in. Exhale, come down, forward fold. Back foot to front. Relax the neck here. Inhale, bend your knees as much as you need to come up safely. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower down. Lunge, inhale, right leg back. Right knee is down. Lift ribs up away from hips. Exhale, come down, plank, front foot to back. Inhale, knees down or up. Exhale, lower down. Low cobra, make leg adjustments. Hands forward and wide. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward. Exhale, scoop down all the way up into down dog. Hands under shoulders, press back. Lunge, inhale, right leg forward. Left knee is down. Draw shoulders down the back. Relax through the neck. Exhale, come down, forward fold, back foot to front. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower down. Lunge, inhale, left leg back, left knee is down. Active feet. Lengthen tailbone down. Exhale, come down, plank, front foot to back. Inhale, knees down or up. Exhale, lower down. Shoulders down the back. Low cobra, make leg adjustments. Hands forward and wide. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward, exhale, scoop down all the way up into down dog. Hands under shoulders, press back. Lunge, inhale, left leg forward, right knee is down. Exhale, come down, forward fold, back foot to front. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes here, just connect to body. Feel breath move through body now. So we'll move into B series now. Remove your knee padding. Stand towards the front of your mat. Inhale, arms up, chair pose. Sit back into your chair, lengthen tailbone down. Chest is open. Bring hands flat onto the mat. Step both feet back, plank. Inhale, knees down or up. Exhale, lower down. Low cobra, make leg adjustments. Hands forward and wide. Inhale, press up. Pull chest forward. Exhale, scoop down all the way up into down dog. Warrior two, inhale, step the left leg forward. So I'm not mirroring you on this now. Left leg is forward and bent. Front heel in line with back arch of the foot. Hips are squared towards the side of the room. In warrior two, you want to really make sure you're grounding through the feet and you're not tucking the tailbone, but you're lengthening the tailbone down towards the floor. Low belly is drawn in slightly to support your core here. Reverse warrior. Inhale, reach right arm high. Right arm comes to thigh or calf. Left arm is up and over the ear. Draw the left shoulder down the back and wrap that shoulder blade towards armpit. So you have space between the neck and the shoulder. Let the neck go. So in Forrest yoga, we do a lot of letting go of the neck. We use our neck so much throughout the day to support us, to hold stress. So just for this practice, we let the neck go and let it have some time to heal. Inhale, expand the breath through left rib cage all the way down to the left hip. Bring your arm out into neck release. Use the arm to pull torso up. Pick head up with hand, taking care of that neck. Extended warrior variation. Bring your left forearm onto your left thigh. Right hand comes around the back to grab onto hip crease, waistband, or clothing, whatever you can get there. Use that hold to open the chest up. Draw both shoulders down the back and let the neck go. So you don't want your shoulder up towards your ear. Press the forearm down into your thigh to draw that shoulder blade down the back. Then that gives you lots of room for your head and neck to just release into. Lengthen tailbone down towards back heel. Inhale, press down through the outside edge of the back foot. Feel that line of energy from the outside of the foot all the way up to the hip, maybe even the shoulder. Come back to the intent to stay connected to your breath, to feel how the breath is able to move through your body. Track what you notice. Track the small changes that come with the breath. Bring your hand down, step back, plank. Inhale, knees down or up, exhale, lower down. Boat with hands clasped. Make your leg adjustments. Reach hands behind you, clasp hands, or use a strap between the hands. Reach hands down towards your heels. Shoulder blades move in towards one another. Inhale, come up into boat. Lift chest up and legs up. Inhale, draw chest forward as you reach legs away from you so you find more space and length than just height. Neck stays parallel with the ground. Exhale, lower down, turn head to the side, breathe into mid back, breathe into low back. Inhale, hands under shoulders, exhale, downward dog. Warrior two, inhale, step the right leg forward. Front heel in line with back arch of the foot. Right leg is forward and bent. Reverse warrior. Inhale, lift right arm high. Lengthen out on the right side. Right hand comes to thigh or calf, not on the knee. Left arm is up and over the ear. Excuse me, I had that all backwards. Left arm is on thigh or calf. Right arm is up and over the ear. Draw both shoulder blades down the back, wrap right shoulder blade towards armpit. And let the neck go. Bend into the front leg. Inhale, lift ribs up away from hips so you feel for the space and length. Now move your breath into that space. Bring your arm out into neck release. Use the arm to pull torso up, pick head up with hand. Extended warrior variation. Right forearm on the right thigh. Press the forearm down into the thigh to draw that right shoulder down the back. Left hand comes around the back to grab onto hip crease, waistband, or clothing. Use that hold to open chest up, and then let the neck go. Lengthen tailbone down towards back heel. Inhale and open through the front of the chest. Really feel for the side layers of the neck begin to release. Soften into jaw, let there be space between the jaw bones. Feel the breath move through body. Bring your hands down either side of the front foot. Step back into plank, down dog. Bring your left leg forward for pigeon. Left leg comes forward into pigeon so your left knee moves out towards the left side of the mat, and your left foot is towards the right side of the mat. Your shin can be parallel to the top of the mat or bent towards your groin. It doesn't matter either way. Reach out through the back foot. Now in pigeon, you want your hips to be up and squared. If that means that your left sit bone is off the ground, that's okay. You can leave it off the ground like that, or take some padding, a roll, or a block and put it underneath the sit bone to give yourself a little support. That's completely up to you. Use your hands like a low cobra movement to pull chest forward, scooping your torso down. You can be on forearms or lay all the way down. And just move the breath down through mid back, low back. Feel the breath move into outer hip. Relax into neck, into jaw. Inhale, slowly walk hands up and switch sides. Move through down dog. If you have padding underneath, switch the padding. Inhale, step right leg forward for pigeon. Reach the back leg way back. Use your hands to pull chest forward and down. You can be on hands, on forearms, or lay all the way down. And stay with the breath. Feel the entire inhale. Feel the entire exhale as the breath leaves the body. Feel the full torso breathing. Move the breath down into low belly, low back, and expand the ribs at the top of the inhale. And just notice what happens into your mind, into body when you work with this kind of deep and powerful, intentional breath. Inhale, slowly walk hands up. You can press back through down dog or simply just turn over into a seated position. Come into a cross-legged position for a seated side bend here. Bring your right hand out on fingertips directly straight out from the hip. So I'm mirroring you on this now. Inhale, left arm is high. Bring the palm of the right hand to the floor and bend the right elbow so the elbow moves in towards your side. Shoulder is down the back. Exhale, wrap right left shoulder blade to armpit and let the neck go. Press sit bones down into the floor. Inhale, lift ribs up away from hips. And then move into stage 2, neck release from the shoulder. And have the height of the hand somewhere below the shoulder, but above the hip. You want to make sure hand is below the shoulder so you don't lose circulation in the fingers. Spread the fingers. Gently draw upper arm bone away from shoulder. Really feel for that line of energy from fingertips all the way to the left ear. Move your breath through side of neck. Gently opening up those tighter layers that we carry. Inhale, use your arm to pull torso up. Bring the arm down and then pick head up with right hand. Switch the cross of the legs so you're on your less dominant side. Bring left hand out on fingertips straight out from the left hip. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, come into the side bend. Palm of the left hand folds to the ground. Bend the left elbow. Draw both shoulders down the back. Exhale, wrap right shoulder blade to armpit and let the neck go. Inhale, press sit bones down, lift ribs up away from hips so you feel the space and length, not just folding over. Feel the breath move through side ribs, expand the ribs out. Bring arm out into neck release. Reach the hand away from the shoulder and make sure that the height of the hand is somewhere below the shoulder but above the hip. Inhale, lift up through chest and collarbones. Let there be space in the jaw. Inhale, use your arm to pull torso up. Bring the arm down. Pick head up with left hand. Lay down on your back for Shavasana. We'll have a very short Shavasana here, just a couple of minutes. Feet are hip width to mat width apart. Hands down by your side, palms up so you can open and relax through front of shoulders and chest. Draw shoulders down the back. Let your breath move into a light Ujjayi breath. Just feel the ground beneath you. Feel the support of the ground. Let yourself have just these next 2 minutes here in Shavasana. Begin to slowly deepen your breath. Feel the breath move through body from top of head to feet to hands. Notice how your awareness follows your breath. Start to make small movements with fingers and toes. Draw knees up to chest. And then roll over onto one side. Leave your head and neck completely relaxed. Press top hand down into the floor. Use your hands to walk torso up while neck stays relaxed. Once torso is up, then pick head up with hand, giving yourself that extra care. Come into any comfortable seated position, hands at heart center. And just feel what you did for yourself here today. Namaste.